This event we call European Rural Sustainability Gathering. It's a long word, but it indicates what it is about. It's about the rural place, it's about sustainability, and it has a European scope. Internally we say it's our big event. We organize every 2 years, and the idea is to bring together as much people as possible who are interested and to try to bring forward rural sustainability in the regions where they live. We try to be very close to the needs of the people. That is why we always try to find a partner, a co-partner who is ready to co-organize this event in a place, in a region where there is a problem, something they would like to solve, something they would like to share experiences with other people from other regions.
How will we manage to overcome the crisis? How will we manage to find the funds in order to lead our development? It looks like a dead end, doesn't it? Here in Karditsa, we have been trying a new method in order to get out of this dead end. We're trying to motivate development through the collection of collective funds. A group of people, for example, will give a small amount of money in order to collect a capital through which we are trying to motivate, to activate the local resources. These local resources might be a renewable energy source, an agricultural product, a local recipe, for example, a new activity in the region. It can be anything.
We are inside our processing plant. You can see the production line behind me, the production line for wood pellet. We call it solid fuel here in Greece. The Energy Cooperative Body of Karditsa was established in 2010 because there is too much biomass in the area of Karditsa. It was necessary to establish a project that would use this resource to its maximum. So we cooperated with the Development Agency of Karditsa, the Chamber of Commerce of Karditsa and the Municipality of Karditsa. We met in 2010, we expressed the idea for this project, and the response was very positive. We established a cooperative and we had 470 members at the beginning.
So in this year we decided to do it in Greece because of what everybody slippery calls the crisis. This is a topic, main topic of this workshop, of this gathering. The crisis is manifold, there are many aspects, but what we learned and why we are here to learn more deeply about is how the people react to crisis, what kind of solutions they find. And there are some quite innovative approaches, especially in the region here around the Plastira Lake, around Karditsa, who started something new, who started something because they were forced to because of the crisis. And this goes from new thinking about how economy works, how a bank can work, how a cooperative can work, and also some kind of social initiatives who try to be inclusive, to include people into the process.
Let's find a spot on the shade, on the left and
So as I was saying, the objective and the goal of Roma Without Borders is administration, protection and guarantee of the individual, social and political rights of Roma people. In the area of education, labor, employment, health, and housing.
Είναι αποξεραμένο φύλλο στέβιας.
This is dried stevia leaves.
Τώρα, σας είπα και πάλι, δεν μας ενδιαφέρει η καταστροφή του φύλλου. Γιατί το χρησιμοποιούμε για μεταποίηση, δεν το χρησιμοποιούμε για πώληση φύλλου. Δεν μας ενδιαφέρει. Αυτή τη στιγμή ο συνεταιρισμός αποτελείται από 64 μέλη. Είμαι ο Βενιαμίν της διαδικασίας. Ο συνεταιρισμός είναι μετοχικός και ο καθένας έχει συγκεκριμένες μερίδες. Δεν μπορεί να έχει άλλος περισσότερες, άλλος λιγότερες.
What's really been inspiring, and particularly about having the gathering here in Greece, for me is really to see how sustainability and rural sustainability can work in a time of crisis, and that crisis can provide an opportunity to kind of change our predominant ways of thinking, our ways of doing things. So we visited some examples of people setting up new initiatives, new projects based on new products. Also organisations such as even banks, a cooperative bank going kind of against the grain and actually expanding their membership and increasing their deposits and their lending, even in a time when most banks were facing the credit crunch and were reducing their lending. And to me that's really been a sign of innovation and a sign that there's also a really strong community here, community spirit here in Greece, where people are coming together and building resilience, building new networks, new connections. To really see how to weather the crisis, let's say, but also that new opportunities may emerge out of that.
And we are, sorry I don't have micro, we have the Netherlands, and I'm from Spain, even if I'm French, from here. Here we have our map of Europe, you can have an idea from where we all come, okay? Ireland, Latvia, Netherlands, France here, Germany, Netherlands here, Ukraine, Belarusia there, Austria, Slovakia, Romania, Serbia, 1 point, and then Greece, Kosovo,
where?
Kosovo here, Albania.
Where is Albania?
Here. Elena from Macedonia. And Greece. Our Greek partners are all there. Okay, thank you very much. We'll now change.
Movement, please.
So the idea is to inspire also Greek participants, because some of the collaborators and the network of development agencies are also taking care of the network. So they will have the opportunity to exchange with other grassroots movements that could inspire them, and for other European organizations and participants that might be inspired by what is taking care here. Basically, we are discovering the ecosystem of Karditsa, but they are also bringing their own background knowledge and success stories.
We've moved away from who grows our food, which is the fuel for our bodies, it's the fuel for our engines to work, and it's the only thing we don't care about at all. So for me, this is the problem, and at the same time, this is exactly the solution. We need to start being more active, we need to start being more interested in our food, and who grows it, and how they grow it, and where they grow it, and under what conditions, and what happens with the money that is involved in this whole process. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jen. The market of tools is a time not usual in this kind of meeting, where you would like to share some tool you use to facilitate collaborative work, for example, moderation techniques or tools, or tools that you use for your own personal development, because we think that personal development is a crucial aspect of transforming and changing our societies.
It's good. And 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. That's okay. That's actually good.
Again, one more time.
And fully dropping them, like really just dropping them. Let them hit the body.
The market of initiatives is based on the similar idea of a marketplace, farmers market. You have stores and people selling their product. But in our case, what we propose is that people present or propose their own initiative, project, idea, and share them with others. So just imagine that people are selecting, choosing what is interesting for them, and during half an hour more or less they will exchange, they will present their own initiative, but they will also have time to exchange with the participants that are there, what is their feedback, maybe what are other similar initiatives they have, to have some concrete feedback. So it's a nice way to give the floor to the participants. We think that there is a lot of richness that is sometimes not exploited during the gathering.
Is sitting in Ukraine or
give us oxygen. It's also industrial chemicals.
Throw it away, say something, a wish, a thank you, anything that is important to you in this moment, because we are finishing 3 wonderful days.
Okay.
So, here we go.
Okay. I wish to have cooperation in the near future. Jenny.
See how important it is to keep it.
Peace between Serbia and Kosovo.
Open seeds, open information, agroecology for a better world, including agroforestry.
So we are now thinking in terms of what do we learn from here for the European level? What is the things we would like to see happen in Europe? It doesn't always need to be the European Commission or the European institutions. It's a new thinking of Europe. What is our vision about it?
So we're actually trying to set up sustainable passive practices that see our interaction with nature in a more broad and holistic approach. We're actually trying to use non-formal education, embrace locality and degrowth as a term, and at the same time we're working with transition movements with people that are actually willing to leave the big urban environment and trying to set up their lives in more rural areas.
In Karditsa, we work on an alternative. We try to create a collective capital through collective schemes, through collaboration, through cooperatives, through social enterprises. And it seems to work. The ecosystem includes 2 pillars. The first pillar is the organizations themselves, and the second pillar is the relations between them. The relations are common services, are know-how, are human relations, are the local culture, let's say, to cooperate between people and organizations.
Benefit ecologically and to the community. Have you thought?
So this is very inspiring because they have all different situations in land market, in legal terms, but also in mental terms, and the problems are different, but the solutions always a bit in this sense of having new forms of common land ownership, and this is a thing which is spreading, I think, and growing, and I can only invite everybody, if they don't have something like that in their own country, to think of setting up a thing like that and contact us.
Recognize the value of the farmer. For me, a farmer is not just an occupation.
So we have some good things to say in the middle of this terrible crisis. And we have learned some lessons, though, that are useful. Yeah? One of the lessons is the importance of family farming in rural areas because of the family farming, because of the small holdings, because people there grow their food. They have not experienced as much poverty as the urban residents, the city dwellers experience.
Those who cultivate biological products, from what I know, organic products, keep about 80 or 90% of the seeds of the products that they sell. So this is a viable model. It can be adapted to our reality.
What we are trying to do now is create awareness for the Greek people, because for the Greek people at the moment, hoping to go more global eventually, because being, as I said, the first biodynamic farm, people in Greece are not aware about biodynamic farming, the benefits, what it does to society, and this is actually our effort to create a community.
I think the biggest thing is that we need to create communities, and we need to create all kinds of communities, which is why, as we are in a rural sustainability gathering, this is the reason why I think that community-supported agriculture, CSA, is a solution, because to me, CSA has one foot on the food sovereignty movement and the other on solidarity economy.
And lastly, in terms of new aspects of farming, we talked about the diversification of the farm practice away from singular farmers labouring all of the time, who cannot take holidays and so on, and about new systems of farming where groups who work at an inner level can come together to work the land, using the means of technology to enable access to knowledge commons and practices to improve a new and quite possibly a third agricultural revolution.
Wow, thank you.
I'm leaving this gathering very energized, for there is a very, very hard work waiting us. The good thing is that people left this meeting with a new sense of enthusiasm and energy, and a sense of belonging to a big European family that is not only limited by macroeconomics and financial indicators, but digs down to the very, very essence of this family, which is the human connection from citizen to citizen. And I'm looking forward to participate in this dialogue further, and I think the best is yet to come.